Budget apps aren't bad. They've worked for millions of people, including me, for years. But something shifted in 2026. And if you're still running your finances the same way you were 2 years ago, you're probably leaving the most powerful financial tool you've ever had sitting completely unused. I spent one afternoon replacing all my apps with an AI financial system. It does more. It's free, and it actually talks back. Here's exactly what I built and how you can set it up tonight. Here's the thing about budget apps. Most of them were built to solve one problem: Mint. Tracked your spending, you need a budget. Helped you plan, Copilot, showed your investments, Rocket Money, canceled your subscriptions. Each one did its job, but none of them talk to each other. So you check your spending in one app, check your investments in another, log into a third just to see if your debt payoff was on track. And even after doing all of that, you still didn't have a clear answer to the one question that actually matters. Am I making progress? That's not a dashboard problem. That's a fragmentation problem. In 2026, the most financially aware people aren't using more apps. They're asking better questions to one tool and getting one clear answer. That shift from dashboards to dialogue is what I'm going to show you today. When I say AI financial system, I'm not talking about a new app. I'm not talking about connecting your bank account to something and hoping it figures things out. I'm talking about a simple 3-layer framework. Layer 1 is your spending layer. This is where you understand where your money went and why. Layer 2 is your debt layer. This is where you have a real custom plan for paying it down, not just a minimum payment strategy. Layer 3 is your investment check. This is where you make sure your long-term money is actually working for you. You run all three once a month. It takes about 20 minutes, and you use free AI tools to power every single layer. No new subscriptions, no connecting your bank to anything, just clean data and the right prompts. Let me show you exactly how each layer works. Layer 1, your spending layer. You already know how to do this if you watched video 11, but here's how it fits into the system. Once a month, you go to your bank's desktop site and export the last 30 days of transactions as a CSV file. You clean it up and keep the date, the merchant name, and the amount. Remove anything sensitive, then you drop it into ChatGPT or Claude. Both are free, and you run this prompt. You are a personal finance analyst. Here are my transactions from the last 30 days. Categorize them by type, total each category, identify my top 3 spending areas, flag any recurring charges that look forgotten or unusual, and give me 2 specific things I could change next month to improve. Write everything in plain English. That's it. In about 30 seconds, you get a full breakdown of where your money went, what patterns you're running, and 2 concrete actions to take. Not a pie chart you stare at. A conversation you can respond to. You can ask follow-up questions. Why do you think my food spending is high? What would happen if I cut subscriptions by $50? That's the difference. A budget app shows you data. AI helps you think through it. Layer 2, your debt layer. Most people with debt have one strategy: pay the minimum, hope for the best. AI gives you something better, a custom payoff plan built around your exact numbers. Here's the prompt. I have the following debts. For each one, I'll give you the name, the current balance, the interest rate, and the minimum monthly payment. Using the avalanche method, create a month-by-month payoff schedule. Show me the order I should pay them off in, how much to pay each month, the total interest I'll save versus paying minimums only, and my estimated debt-free date. Then you fill in your actual debts. What comes back isn't generic advice. It's your plan, with your numbers, your timeline, your interest savings. And every month when you run your review, you update the balances and run it again. The plan evolves with you. No spreadsheet required. Layer 3, your investment check. This layer is the one most budget apps don't touch at all. They track spending. They ignore wealth building. Your AI system doesn't make that mistake. Once a month, you do a simple investment check. Here's the prompt. I want to do a quick monthly investment review. Here are my current account balances and what I'm invested in. Based on my age, my rough timeline, and a moderate to growth risk profile, tell me, is my allocation reasonable? Am I on track for retirement if I keep contributing at my current rate? Is there anything I should reconsider or research further? Keep it simple and in plain English. This isn't financial advice, and the AI will tell you that, but it will flag things worth looking into. It will tell you if your allocation looks extremely off. It will help you ask better questions before you talk to a real advisor. That's the value, not replacement, context. So here's what the full system looks like. On the first Sunday of every month, you sit down for 20 minutes. You run your spending prompt. You read the output. You respond to any surprises. You update your debt balances and run your payoff prompt. You check your timeline. You run your investment check. You note anything to research further. Now, here's what makes this system even better over time. You can save all three of these prompts as a custom GPT in ChatGPT or as a Claude project. So every month you just open it and go. No retyping, no setup, just your updated numbers and your 20-minute review. Then you ask one final question. Based on everything we've talked about, my spending, my debt, and my investments, give me 3 priorities for next month. Keep them specific and realistic. What comes back is your personal financial agenda for the month, not a vague resolution, not a dashboard to check. A list of 3 things that actually move the needle. That's the system. Spending, debt, investment, 20 minutes, once a month, free. Now, if you want all of these prompts formatted and ready to copy, including templates for deeper spending analysis, savings projections, and a full debt payoff calculator prompt, I put together an AI prompt pack built specifically for personal finance. 30 prompts, an Excel cheat sheet, $17 on Gumroad. Link is in the description. It's not required to build this system. Everything I showed you today is completely free. But if you want to skip the setup and go straight to running your first review, it's all in there and ready to use. Here's the real takeaway from today. Budget apps weren't failing you. They just weren't built for what AI can do now. The shift from 5 separate dashboards to one conversation that sees your whole financial picture, that's not a future thing. That's something you can set up tonight. Export your last 30 days. Run the spending prompt, see what comes back. Then come back next month and run it again. That consistency, more than any app, any subscription, any spreadsheet, is what actually moves your finances forward. If you run this system and it finds something that surprises you, drop it in the comments. I read every one of them. New video every Monday. Subscribe so you don't miss it. This is Ledger and Lift. I'll see you next week.